Hi everyone, my name is Jada Crawford. I am a customer success associate here at Kicksite, and for today's video, we're going to be focusing on the family management form. Now, with the changes and the uplift that we're doing with families, it would be in your best interest to send out this form to all your existing families, so that way we're putting it in their control, giving them the reins to designate primary contact information, so email and phone number, and they're also able to designate primary person. So we're giving them the control to designate this type of information, so you guys no longer have to guess who should I reach out to in this family. You will already know because we're going to allow them to designate that through this form. So we're going to go ahead and dive into today's video. If we head over to profiles here, we're going to go to families, and you will notice across the top here, now you have a send family management form bulk action option. So we want to click on this so it filters our active families that do not have a primary designated to them. So from here, I can select all. You could deselect a family account if you don't want it to send it to them, but ideally we want it to send to everybody. So we'll select all, send family management forms. Now, if say I am in a single family profile. I'm not on the families list. You'll notice that there is a banner across the top here letting you know that this family needs a primary person, where I can send the form from here as well. Now, two things to note. If I send from the families list, this will find all valid email addresses connected to that family that it's going to try to send the form to. If I'm sending it from the family profile, you will see this family only has one, but you'll see if I click on here, I can send it to this email. I could send it if they have multiple emails. I can essentially choose what email I want to send it to and send it from there. Now, one thing also to note with this as well, once we send out the family management form, if it's an admin profile or an employee profile, if say the email fails, whatever email address it tried to send to, it wasn't a valid email address and it failed, that person will receive an email with a list of the families that it failed to. So just so you guys have an idea of what that looks like, this is what it will look like. So we can see these family management forms were sent, and then 2 of them couldn't be sent, and here are the families where I can click on it. It takes me to that family where I can then add in a valid email address to be able to actually send it to them. So one thing to note, that's what it's going to show from there. Now, that's all that you guys have to do from your side, is send it to them, and then we kind of just give them the ability to then go ahead and complete that information on their own. Really, if we want to, communicate with them prior to actually sending out the form, I would utilize your communications tool, where you can send a general announcement to everybody informing them, hey, we're going to be sending this out. Just gives them a heads up so that they can make sure that they're completing it in a timely manner. Now, we're going to pivot, and I'm going to show you what it looks like from the family perspective. So what does it look like in their email? What does the form actually look like of what they're going through? So let me switch over to here. This is the email that they will receive. You'll notice in the from section, mine says it's coming from a no reply, but whatever email that you have designated in your school info and logo page, this is the email that they will see. So it won't show no reply, it'll show that email. But from here, I can go ahead and hit update now. And the very first thing that I'm going to see is selecting a primary. So I can select an existing student profile. If they add new from here, this is adding a contact. So if they were to continue, they can designate a contact as a primary. If they designate a student, so an existing profile as a primary, which I'm going to do, that won't change their status as a student or anything. It's just designating them the primary on that family. So if I go ahead and hit continue, On the left-hand side, we will be able to see all family members associated with this family. So this family just has the one, but if they had multiple, they would be able to see that information. They can add new from here as well, and this is just another way of adding a contact once they continue on, if they decide to not designate a contact as a primary as that first step. On the right hand side here, this is unassigned contact information that we can either assign or I can delete. So if there is information that I want to go ahead and delete, I can restore this. If I'm like, oops, I do actually want to use this and assign it to somebody, I do have that ability. If I go ahead and assign an email or a phone number, which primaries do have to at least have a valid email or a phone number, I can just assign it to who I need to assign it to at that point in time. Any unassigned contact information, if we decide to manually add in that information and I go ahead and hit continue, we will give this form will give a list letting you know that this information will be removed from the family and it's not going to be contact information that the system's going to try to use or anything. So if everything looks good, they can go ahead and confirm, but they do have a back button option where they can kind of go back if they want to make some changes before they actually confirm those changes. So we'll go ahead and hit continue, and I'm going to confirm, and then this is all that they'll see, letting them know their information has been updated. There's nothing further that they need to do at that point in time. Now, if we go back to my new family here, this is the one that we just completed the family management form on. Now you'll be able to see who was designated as the primary contact and the information below that they designated. So this little star icon is your guys' indicator to know that they have a primary connected, and we can also see that primary information below here. So that's all. We just want to send out those forms, make sure that we're getting it to everybody that we need to get it to so that they can go and update their contact information. If you guys have any other questions, you need help with sending this out, it's not making quite as much sense as you would like, you can use this contact support option here where you can go to our knowledge base, you can ask a question. You can also go to your name in the top right hand corner and contact support here as well if you choose to. So that wraps it up for today. Hopefully that was helpful for you all, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.